Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Unified Proving Ground Circuit. Travis here, and I'm joined here with Firetheft. Firetheft, unfortunately, that last series didn't get to go the way that you wanted, but how are you guys feeling coming together as your squad here for Supernova?
We're feeling okay. It's been obviously a bit of a rough patch in this group stage with matches not going the way we wanted to. But at the end of the day, when we look at the individual games, especially with our change of performance between game 1 and 2 in this series, us putting together a game plan that we think will work and executing on it pretty well, just with a rough closeout and mid to late, we're not feeling too bad. Obviously, it sucks to be knocked out of this tournament. It's been a really good time so far, and I feel like we've made really big strides. So to lose the chance to keep competing and improving for right now definitely sucks, but all we're doing is looking to the future because it's going to be a long season.
I mean, the future looks like it could possibly be very bright for you guys. So you got to see game number 2 showed us a lot of glimpses of greatness inside of it, especially the way you guys played around early game with that Galio. I was a big fan of that. How was the communication going? Was this Galio something that you guys were planning to get into? I know Ariandel plays a good Galio, so how was that going?
Yeah, I always am itching to make use of my teammates' strengths. Like when I think that we're not pulling out picks in our matches or our scrims that I know they're good on, I like to mention it or try to find the slot. And it was his call out here, and we said that we just wanted an early pressure mid to play with Baco's Nidalee. So when it came down to it, that was what he wanted to play, and I was all for it. It fulfilled just what we needed.
Yeah, and Firetheft, I do want to bring up something. I want to highlight you because off stream, I was talking about you because of the fact that you were in game number 1. Mundo had the highest damage inside the game, was going where he pleased. And then in game number 2, man, your set was pretty just impressive. You were constantly getting some very impactful set ults and whatnot to make sure that your team was set up for success. How are you feeling coming in personally as a top laner, and how do you feel your growth is going throughout this Proving Ground Circuit qualifier?
First of all, thank you. I really appreciate that. I think that some things failed to connect in the early game, obviously. Anime Girl's really strong top laner, and he definitely showed it with his matchup knowledge and win versus set. But like you said, I still feel good about my team fighting and comboing with my team for the rest of the game. Just was difficult to come back from that early game. And to answer the second part of your question, I've taken a bit of a break from amateur, like for a long time now, actually. Ever since I started playing on ASU in 2020, I haven't messed around with amateur like virtually at all. And so this last fall, even like our collegiate team was like not quite scrimming as much, like as in the past and what we might have done before, kind of a break over winter break. And so I haven't really like had my engine up and running for a long time, but I've like loved it. This past month scrimming with Supernova, the environment is great. I feel like I'm getting like better and back in form and better than I ever was before very quickly. And so, I mean, once again, emphasizing the long season, I feel like it's only up for me and it's only up for Supernova.
I love to hear that. I was going to bring that up too, because I was like, man, you took a little bit of a break from amateur for a bit, but I'm very happy to hear that. And how does it feel since you have been playing in collegiate? I want to ask, how does it feel having MLBD coming in as the coach? He's coming out from being from collegiate himself, coming out of college, and he's coming into this coach role. How has it been working with MLBD?
It's been great, honestly, like because even though with the break, I've played on a lot of different teams and I worked with a lot of different coaches, and I've definitely accumulated like a certain taste for what kind of coaching style I prefer. And if a coach, fails to listen to players or like just kind of egos like unnecessarily, those kinds of things can really like rub me the wrong way. But MLBD is like none of those things. He's like a great listener to all players. He just wants to incorporate like our best ideas and lead us in the right direction. I feel like his temperament's great in wins and losses, and I'm excited to keep working with him.
I love to hear that. With that being said, last thing, what do you got to say for the fans out there from Supernova that have been watching the Heart of Amateur go along?
To all the Supernova fans, I've said it time and time again. I'll keep saying it. The season's only going to get better. We're only going to get stronger, and we have so many more wins to show you. So don't give up. Don't give up hope.
Yeah, no hope to give up here, man. We got Supernova looking like they got some good stuff going up their way. That being said, thank you so much for Firetheft for coming out for this interview and hanging out with us here. With that being said, we're going to throw it back over to our desk where we're going to get into that